Dear students, we will study element 4, health and safety monitoring and measuring. So element 4.1, active and reactive monitoring. What we will do in active and reactive monitoring. So introduction to active and reactive monitoring. Active look at control measures to see if they are correct and being used before accidents, etc. are caused. And active monitoring, we will check the control measure, the safety precautions, and we will check that safety controls measures are implemented according to the standards. We will check, we will inspect, and reactive monitor, we will use the accident, incident, ill health, and danger occurrence data, and we will highlight the area of concerns. During active monitoring, we will check or we will measure conformance or non-conformance with standards. We'll check number and quality of risk assessment against plant, that the risk assessment that we prepared, that should be quality risk assessment and health and safety training to schedule. And we will check that what training we scheduled that was carried out or not. Consultative committee meetings to schedule. We will check also safety committee meetings. According to schedule, that meetings carried out for the company or not. Workplace inspection to schedule. We will also check that in industry, the inspections carried out or not. Safety inspection, sampling and tours. Safety inspection, we will examine the workplace. Statutory inspection, plant and machineries. Pre-use checks, usually done by one line manager or competent person. Safety sampling, a representative sample to judge compliance, and this is less time consuming. So in safety sampling, what we will do, we will check the samples. We will not check the whole area, only will check the sample. In safety tours, safety tour is a high profile walk around inspections in a workplace carried out by a group, including senior managers. The intention is to interact and be highly visible. In safety tours, we check the high profile managers or the top management check the area. And they will check, and the intention that they demonstrate that they are taking health and safety. So the other people will take health and safety. During systematic inspection, we will check the plant, and plant we will check the machinery and vehicle, premises, and premises, workplace environment. Then people, working methods and behaviors of peoples we will check during the work. Procedure, safe system of work, and promote work system. We will check these. Arrangements for active monitoring, factors to consider when planning the introduction of active monitoring. Type of monitoring requires, what type of monitoring we need in organization, frequency. Whether we are doing this monitoring once in a week or once in a month. Allocation of responsibilities, responsible persons who will be responsible during the monitoring, what their responsibilities, we will also allocate. Competence of the inspector, and the inspector who is doing the inspection, that inspector should be competent, should be knowledgeable, should have experience, and he should be trained. During the inspection, during the active monitoring, we will use the checklist. According to the checklist, we will do the work. We will check the system, an action plan for problem found, and what problems are, what ETC concern or what concerns we found out during the inspection, during the monitoring. We need to plan actions to correct that. Then arrangements for workplace inspection, typical topics in generic inspection checklist. During inspection checklist, we can include these topics: fire safety, housekeeping, environment issues, traffic routes, chemical safety, machinery safeties, electrical safety, welfare facilities. These things we can put in checklist. And these all the things we will check during the inspection, because these all the things available in every organization, in every project. So this easy that we will put this in checklist and we will check according to that checklist everything. Then reactive monitoring, we will check during the reactive monitoring accident, incident, ill health, or other unwanted events and situations. And we will check highlights, area of concerns, things that have already gone wrong. We will check that what was wrong during the accidents, why the accident happened, what was the reasons. We will check, and we will check the measure that failed during the accidents or incidents. We will check that things, that how that control measures failed. For this, we have two methods: lessons from one specific event, for example, an accident. The other one, data collected over a period. We will collect the data and we will check that data and we will highlight the area of concerns. And reactive monitoring, data collected about the accidents, dangerous occurrences, or near misses. So we will check these data about the accidents, dangerous occurrences, near misses, and then assessed and analyzing. We will check trends, events over a period of time, patterns, hotspots of concern, types of injuries, enforcement actions, ill health cases, work complaints. We will analyze, we will check these things. Then element 4.2, investigate, recording, and reporting the accidents or incidents. Why we are investigating the accident or incidents? So the reason for investigations, reason to carry out investigations, identify the immediate and root causes of the incidents. That what is the immediate causes and what are the root causes for that incidents or accidents. And the other reason, to prevent this incident in the future, prevent recurrence, and collect and record the evidence, because we need to collect the data, because we will forget the data. If we will record that data in future, we can use, and this are legal requirements to investigate the incidents. And we need this for insurance purposes. And when we will investigate the incidents, our staff morale will be high. And we can also use the investigation for the disciplinary purpose, that who was on fault. And due to this, we can gather a lot of information for the future use, data gathering. So type of incidents, there are 4 types of incidents: accidents, near miss, dangerous occurrence, work-related ill health. Accidents, an unplanned, unwanted event which leads to injury, damage, or loss. And accident, we have 2 types: injury accidents, damage only accident. An injury accident where the unplanned, unwanted event leads to some sort of personal injury, that's cut, for example, cut hand. Damage only accidents where the unplanned, unwanted event leads to equipment or property damage, but not personal injury. For example, a wall is demolished. When near miss is unplanned, unwanted event that had the potential to lead the injury, damage, or loss, but did not, in fact, do so. And dangerous occurrence, a specified event that has to be reported to the relevant authority by statute law. For example, a major gas leak. Because in dangerous occurrence, we need the specific authority, because they will give the control. They will control that hazard. And work-related ill health, a disease or medical condition that is directly attributable to work, that's dermatitis as a result of exposure to skin irritants. So during the work, if the workers have ill health, that is directly attributable to the work. Then level of investigation, minimal, immediate, line manager, and not excessive time. The low Line manager perhaps with some supports and more times and efforts involved. But medium investigation, middle managers with support and significant time and efforts. For the high level of investigation, we need senior management oversight with team-based approach and significant time and efforts. This high level of investigation we need, because in this accident investigation, maybe this accident are huge and maybe the multiple casualties or some damages. So we need senior management, and this should be a team based, and the team who are investigating that should be competent. So group exercise, discuss the first thing you should to do when arriving at the accident scene, and then later step, consider what types of equipment you may need to assist you. Okay, so answer for this. First action, make the scene safe. First thing, when we are investigating, we need to save the scene. Then check the casualty, get help, consider other bystanders during the casualty who will be in the team with you, gather factual information, analyze the information and draw conclusion, identify suitable control measures, plan the remedial actions. Then what equipment we need: personal protective equipment, camera, measurable tape, plans of the area, pens and pencil and papers we need during the investigation. So when we are investigating the accidents or incidents, basic investigation procedure, we have 4 steps for this. Step 1, gather factual information. Step 2, analyze the information and draw conclusion. Step 3, identify suitable control measures. Step 4, plan the remedial actions. Step 1, gathering information. What type of information we need to gather? We need to secure the scene. Then we need to identify the witnesses, because the witnesses will give the information. Then collect factual information. No need to biasness. Interview witnesses and examine documents. These information we needed during the information stage. So how we will interview the witness techniques. We need a quiet room, no distraction from the other workers, or no noise in that place. Establish a rapport with the interview, the witness. Explain the purpose, not about the blame. Explain the purpose of the interview, that we want to not reoccur this accident in the future, and we are not blaming to you. Use open question, for example, who, what, where, when, why, and how. We cannot use yes, no question, close-ended question. We cannot use. Keep an open mind. Take notes of the interview. What he's saying, you need to put in record. Ask for a written statement and thanks the witness. So this is the techniques for how you to take interview from the witness. Learning objective: discuss common methods. Sorry. Okay, when you interview the witness, then document examination. What document you will examine? Company policy, risk assessment, training records, safe system of work, permit to work system. Permit to work you will examine. Maintenance record of the equipment, previous accident reports, sickness and absence records. These documents you will examine during the accidents. Okay, you will check the permit and you will check the risk assessment. You will check the maintenance record of the equipment, safe system of work, training of the workers. These type of documents you will examine. Then When you gather the information, step 2, you will analyze that information. So there are two types of information. One, immediate information or immediate causes of the accident, and other one is the root causes or underlying. So in immediate causes, you will check the unsafe act of the worker and unsafe conditions during the accident. And underlying or root causes, reason behind the immediate causes. What was the reason? The worker was not trained. What was the reason? You will check. Open failures in management system. This root causes, usually the failure of the management system because they're not provided to supervisor. No PPE provided to the workers, and maybe the worker was not trained. Maybe no maintenance for the equipment on which the worker worked, no checking or inspection, maybe no risk assessment, maybe there was no permit work system. So maybe the safe system was not introduced in that area. So these type of management failure due to which the accident happened. And mostly the accident happened due to management failures and mostly due to the root causes, and that is related to management failure. In step 3, when you analyze the data, then in step 3, identifying suitable controls measures. For immediate causes, clean up. For example, if there is any spills in due to that spill, the accident happened, so you can immediately clean up that spills. Or if the accident happened due to missing guards, you can replace the missing guard. Or the accident happened due to trailing cables and some tripping, due to trip hazards, the accident happened. So you can relocate that trailing cable and you can put that cable in some safe places. For underlying causes, what you will do, or for root causes, this is a more difficult, need to take changes in management system. So underlying causes, we will check that the workers was trained, risk assessment was prepared or not. We will check the whole management system, the policy is adequate of the company, the maintenance record is there or not, the inspection was carried out or not, the control measure was adequately implemented or not. We will check the whole management, health and safety management system for this immediate or for the underlying or root causes. Then step 4, planning the remedial actions. Dangerous conditions must be dealt with immediately. The dangerous condition, we need to immediately deal with that. Interim actions may be possible for some time. For the dangerous condition, we put some temporary control measures, but that can be for some time. Underlying causes will require more complex actions, will take time, efforts, disruption, money, need for prioritization. For this underlying are root causes that need some complex actions, because this need more time, and maybe the business will disrupt, and also this need money, this need budget, and we need to prioritize. We need to control the high risk immediately, then the medium risk, and then the low risk. Okay, so we need to prioritize according to the category, according to the risk categorization. First, we need the high risk, then the medium, and then the low. Recording and reporting requirements. Reporting is the process of informing people that an incident has occurred in the company. Can be internally within the organization or externally to enforcing authorities or insurers. We need to inform the insurance company, the enforcement authority, and then internally we need to inform the top management, the middle management, and even the workers. Recording is the process of documenting the events. So this recording is very important because in the future we will use this record for the features to provide the control measures. Internal incidents reporting system barriers to reporting. Because when we are reporting the incidents, there are maybe some barriers due to which we cannot, we will not report the incident in the company. That barriers, unclear organization policies, and the worker may don't know the policy of the company, the health and safety policy, the reporting policy, maybe they don't know. No reporting system in the company. Overly complicated reporting procedures, maybe the forms, the documentation that is provided by the company, maybe that is too much complicated. Excessive paperwork takes too much time. Blame culture in the company. Apathy or lack of interest from the top management to the workers. Lack of training on policy and procedure of reporting system, that how they will report. Maybe there was no training. Internal incident reporting will depend on the severity, internal and external incident. Internal, we will inform the director, senior manager, human resource manager, health and safety and environment advisors, and work representatives. And externally, we will report to the family of the casualty, external authorities, insurance companies, public relation advisor. Incident recording and accident book. We have this in the companies. In this book, the minimum standard is the accident book. We need name and address of casualty, date and time of accident, location of accident, details of injury, details of treatment given, description of event causing injury, details of any equipment or substances involved, witnesses' name and contact details, details of persons completing the report and signatures. These all the elements we need during the accident book. Okay, and you can prepare this in Excel sheet. Maybe this already prepared in your company, but you can easily prepare this. Okay. Externally reportable events. Some incidents need to be reported to regulator by law. For example, fatality, major injury, dangerous occurrence, disease, or last time injuries. These by law, the company will report. Fatalities, major injury, dangerous occurrences, disease, or last time injury. Then the next section we will discuss, that is auditing. So what is auditing? Definition, scope, and purpose of auditing. Auditing is the systematic, objective, and critical evaluation of an organization health and safety management system. The organization health and safety management system, we will analyze, we will systematically check, and critically we will check the organization health and safety management system during the audit. Then distinction between audits and inspection. During inspection, we will check the workplace. We will check the records, and usually a quick process. And lower cost on inspection may only require basic competence of the inspector. And this is part of an audit. During inspection, we look at the physical reality of the workplace. But during the audit, we will examine the documents, examine procedures, interview workers, verify standards of the control measures, checks the workplace. Can be a long process. Usually this expensive, audit expensive, requires a high level of competence, looks at the management system that lies behind this. The audits need experts. That is ISO 45001. The person who did the ISO 45001, he can do the audits. Pre-audit preparation. Before audit, what preparation we need. The following should be defined: timescales for the audit, scope of the audit, area and extent of the audit, what area we will check during the audit, who will be required from the company during the audit, what documentation will be required during the audits. These things before auditing we need. Then during the audit, auditor use three methods to gather information during the audits. He will take the information, he will gather the information from paperwork, documents, and records. He will interview managers and the workers during the audits, and he will observe workplace equipment, activities, and behavior. And from that, he will collect the data. During the audit, typical records are document examined during an audit. These documents, the auditor will examine health and safety policy, risk assessment and safe system of work, training records of the workers and staff, minutes of safety committee meetings, what safety committee meetings the company did in past, they will check. Maintenance records and details of failures, maintenance record of the equipments. And if there is any failures, they will also check. And then they will check the records of health and safety, monitoring activities, for example, tours, inspection, surveys, accident investigation reports and data, including near miss information, emergency arrangements. Physically, they will check the emergency arrangements. Inspection report from insurance company, the record of the insurance company, the reports of the insurance company, they will check. Output from regulator visits or visitors, reports from enforcement actions, records of worker complaints. So these are the documents during the audit the auditor will check. So these documents the auditor will check during the audits. At the end of the audit, the auditor usually to hold a closeout meeting. And that meeting, they will discuss what the concerns or what the issues they found out during the audit. And after the meeting, followed a written report from the auditors. It is the responsibility of management at all levels to ensure recommendation for improvements and are communicated and implemented. All management is responsible to what recommendation given by the auditor. According to that, they should take action for the non-conformity. And audits may also necessary for certification. For example, ISO 45001. For ISO 45001 need proper audit. External and internal audits, advantages and disadvantages of external audits. The audit may be independently of any internal influence, fresh pair of eyes, may have wider experience of different types of workplace. Recommendation often carry more weight. But disadvantage of external auditors, expensive, time consuming, may not understand the business, so make impractical suggestions. May intimidate workers, so get incomplete evidence. During the audit, maybe the workers afraid from the auditor, and so the auditor will get incomplete information during the audits. Advantages of internal audits, this less expensive. Auditors already know the business, so know what can be realistically achieved. Improves ownership of issues found, builds competence internally. And disadvantages, auditors may not notice certain issues. Auditor may not have good knowledge of industry or legal standard. Auditor may not possess auditing skill, so may need training. Auditors are not independent, so may be subject to internal influence. Then element 4.4, reviewing health and safety performance. How we will review the health and safety performance for our company. Purpose of regular reviews, full management system reviews by board, and that is annually. Management team reviews, that is quarterly, and this is a feedback to the full management review. And then departmental reviews, this is monthly, and this is done by the line manager to ensure on track, assessing opportunities for improving and the need for change. Purpose of regular review during the reviewing, the performance is checked, and reviewing performance is an essential part of any health and safety management system. And during the review, we are checking that we are on target. If we are not on target, why we are not on target? What to do? What do we have to change that we will come on the target? For example, aim to reduce last time accident by 5%. If the target has been met, then set a new target of another 5% for the next one. If our aim is to reduce the accident 5%, if our targets not meet, then we will check that why the targets not meet, what we need to change. Issues to be considered during the review, we will check about the legal compliance, accident and incident data, inspection, surveys, tours and sampling, inspection and sickness data, audit reports, achievement of objectives, enforcement action, previous management reviews, legal and best practice development. During the review, we will check these things. So what is the output of review, or what are the output of reviews? Records of the review should be retained, demonstrate compliance with management of health and safety regulation at work regulations. So we will demonstrate compliance with the management of health and safety at work regulation. According to that, we are doing the work, and result may have to be reported to shareholders. The aim is to continual improvement, senior managers review performance and set targets for the organization. Middle managers reviews performance and set targets for their departments, and junior managers review local departments and set targets for their local area. So this was the end of the element number 4. During element 4, we studied active and reactive monitoring. Then we studied about the incident investigation. After that, we studied about the audits, and then we study about the management review. So we finished the all elements in the next week. In the next week, after 3 days, Monday or Tuesday, we will discuss the paper, the NEBOSH paper. So up to that time, you need to check these 4 elements, the slides of these 4 elements. Okay, you need to check. Okay, so now the window is open. You can ask any question from me. Okay, any question from your side, you can ask. Mr. Taib, Taib, Hafizullah.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Sir, as you reviewed the lecture,
Okay.
we noticed that there is no practical reference.
Practical reference for what?
From the set.
Huh?
Taken by the
Then we will. So please, if you provide us, then it will be good for the students and also for us.
No, what do you mean? Because your voice is not clear to me. So what you need? Practical?
Sir, work permit or student
Yeah, okay,
both
okay. Work
picture.
permit. I will share.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I will share.
Okay, sir.
Okay, no problem. So
Okay.
what other question from Kwame?
No question, sir.
Okay, so please listen to me, everyone. So next week, now we have 2-3 days off. In this 2-3 days, you need to study the slides. Okay, and the next week we will study the NEBOSH paper. Practically, we will study the NEBOSH paper. That how you will solve the paper. Okay, so up to that time,
Okay.
please. Okay, please take care, and we will meet on Monday or Tuesday. Okay, again, but up to that time, you need to study these slides. I already share with you people all the 4 element slides. Okay, I will share the books also. Okay, to study that. Okay, take care. Thank you.
Okay, yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome.
Allah.